Very good evening to you all, my dear students. In today's class, I am starting from the topic types of pollution, which was earlier discussed in my one of the lecture video. And in that video, we had discussed about troposphere, stratosphere, that is detailed in air pollution. Okay, that is the detailed topic in air pollution. First was troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere, exosphere, and in today's class I'm starting from water pollution, food pollution. Yes, we will revise. Okay, water pollution is the most significant element in the biosphere because on one hand it is vital for the survival of all forms of life, and on the other hand it helps in the movement, circulation and cycling of nutrients in the biosphere. It supports life system, and its shortage has been serious concern of human beings, and it covers about 1/3 of Earth's surface in the world. तो इसके पहले की क्लास में हमने वाटर पोल्यूशन के बारे में डिस्कशन कर लिया था, वाटर की क्या इम्पोर्टेंस है, उसका पोल्यूशन क्यों हमें समझना ज़रूरी है, इसके बारे में भी मैंने आपको प्रीवियस लेक्चर में बताया था। फूड पोल्यूशन किस तरह से होता है इसके बारे में भी बात कर ली थी। एंड फूड पोल्यूशन में हमने कुछ पॉइंट्स डिस्कस किए थे। दैट वाज मेक द फूड पैलेटेबल and attractive in the local frame of value, keep the nutrient value as high as possible and handle it in storage to reduce loss, achieve abundance, keep it free of filth and objectionable additions. And the last was, that is the sixth point, keep it free of poisons by rejecting natural foods, removing poisonous parts and processing inactive poisons, and avoid knowingly adding materials in quantities which cause poisoning. Keep it free of pathogenic biological agents. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, तो यहाँ तक हमने समझ लिया था लास्ट लेक्चर में, प्रीवियस लेक्चर में। क्योंकि ये टॉपिक बड़ा है इसलिए हमने इसे 2 पार्ट में डिवाइड किया था। ओके, तो आज की क्लास में जो स्टार्ट करेंगे वो टाइप ऑफ पोल्यूशन क्या होगा, वो होगा रेडियो एक्टिव पोल्यूशन। रेडियो एक्टिव पोल्यूशन इज़ व्हाट? रेडियो एक्टिव पोल्यूशन अराइजेस फ्रॉम रेडियो एक्टिविटी। जो रेडियो एक्टिव पोल्यूशन है वो रेडियो एक्टिविटी से अराइज होता है, एंड इट इज़ देयरफॉर नेसेसरी टू नो व्हाट इज़ रेडियो एक्टिविटी। There are certain elements like radium, uranium, etc., which emits invisible effects known as radiation. तो ये जो एलिमेंट्स अवेलेबल हैं हमारे अर्थ पे, लाइक रेडियम, यूरेनियम एक्सेट्रा, ये एमिशन करते हैं इनविजिबल इफ़ेक्ट का, जिसे हम जानते हैं रेडिएशंस के नाम से। द एमिशन ऑफ दीज इनविजिबल radiations is called radioactivity, and such substances are known as radioactive substances. The expression radioactive is defined in the following words: the property exhibited by unstable isotopes of elements which decay emitting radiation, principally alpha, beta and gamma particle, is known as radioactivity. ओके, तो ये है रेडियो एक्टिविटी की डेफिनेशन, जो एक बार हम और रीड करेंगे। दैट इज़ प्रॉपर्टी एग्जिबिटेड बाय अनस्टेबल आइसोटोप्स ऑफ एलिमेंट्स विच डिके एमिटिंग रेडिएशंस, principally alpha, beta, gamma particle, is known as radioactivity. To control and regulate the use of atomic energy, our Parliament has passed the Atomic Energy Act 1962, and greenhouse gases effect refers to the gradual warming of Earth's atmosphere due to the presence of the greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, chlorofluorocarbons, that is CFC, all of which have warming effect on the world climate, and human being is increased global concentration of greenhouse gases by carrying on various activities such as burning coal, oil, natural gas, etc. तो ग्रीन हाउस गैसेस का जो इफ़ेक्ट हम देखते हैं वो कॉज करता है ग्रेजुअल वार्मिंग ऑफ अर्थ्स एटमॉस्फेयर ड्यू टू द प्रेजेंस ऑफ ग्रीन हाउस गैसेज सच एज कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. जो ग्रीन हाउस गैसेज हैं उनमें कौन सी गैसेज अवेलेबल होती हैं? सच एज कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, मीथेन, nitrous oxide, chlorofluorocarbon, and all of which have warming effect on world climate. Human being is increased global concentration of greenhouse gases by carrying on various activities such as burning coal, oil, natural gas, etc. Okay, the next kind of pollution is noise pollution. Noise pollution may be defined as discomfort of restlessness to humans by unwanted intensity sound known as noise. तो जो noise है वो sound का ही annoying form है जो कि discomfort का एक state है, जो कि restlessness का एक state है to the humans by unwanted intensity of sound. Okay, and in this way noise is the main pollutant of noise pollution, and noise is sound which is unwanted or undesired and unpleasant, and it is of very high intensity. It has bad effect on health, and the well known effect on health is loss of hearing capacity and fat touch. तो जो नॉइज़ पोल्यूशन है उसके बैड इफ़ेक्ट्स ह्यूमन बींग्स पे क्या हैं? तो ये बताया जा रहा है दैट इट इज़ वेल नोन इफ़ेक्ट ऑन हेल्थ इज़ loss of hearing capacity and fat touch. It causes sleep interruptions as well, and it can affect digestive system and produce blood pressure, and property damage by actual vibration or boom destruction is also known. And apart from horns of vehicles, noise is also produced by domestic appliances like radio, television, tape recorder, loudspeaker, fridge, cooler, grinder, and air conditioners, etc. And noise is a form of sound, and sound is a mechanical energy from vibrating surface transmitted by cyclic series of compression and rarefactions of molecules of the material through which it passes. Sound passes through all mediums such as gases, water, liquids, solids, and air, and it cannot and does not pass only through a vacuum because it does not contain molecules to compress or decompress mechanical energy as sound. Okay, and a very important case on noise pollution is the Calcutta High Court in Barra Bazaar Firework Dealer Association versus Commissioner of Police. The Calcutta High Court has defined noise in broad sense, and it was held by the court that sound may be defined as any pressure variation that human ear can detect. Okay, so it was broadly explained or defined by Calcutta High Court in the case of Barra Bazaar Fireworks Dealers Association versus Commissioner of Police. What is the effect of noise pollution on people? It is excessive noise can affect people adversely as follow. The excessive noise can affect people adversely are as follows. First is on hearing capacity. So continuous exposure to noise levels much above 100 decibel has an adverse effect on hearing ability within a fairly short time, and many workers who are exposed to the noise of jet aircraft or very noisy workshops for even moderate periods soon develop detectable hearing defects. And today it has become the practice for workers in these situations to be equipped with ear protectors. Okay. The second effect of noise pollution on people is on mental and physical health. Most of the people complain that noise makes them mentally or physically ill and thus reduces their working efficiency, and experiments have confirmed these claims. Okay, the third effect of noise pollution on humans is on communication. The external sounds can interfere with conversation and use of telephone as well as the television programs, and it can thus affect the efficiency of offices, schools, and other places where communication is of vital importance, and the maximum accepted level of noise under such condition is 55 decibel to 70 decibel is considered very noisy. Okay. On psychology and physiology, psychological effect includes the high level of noise causes of many behavioral changes among the humans as well as animals, and unwanted noise very often causes annoyance, irritation, fatigue, which result into low performance, low efficiency, and frequent errors. And noise pollution of various sorts may cause high blood pressure, heart disease, dilation of pupils of the eyes, and diminution of gastric secretion, neuromuscular tension, nervousness, stomach and intestinal diseases such as ulcer, etc. And sudden very high level noise caused by sonic booms or explosion may lead to termination of pregnancy also. Okay. So, is there any measure available to control noise pollution? Yes. On international level, international noise control measures are available, and particular with aircraft noise issues, the principal standard setting body is International Civil Aviation Organization, that is ICAO, which was set up under the Chicago Convention 1944. And Article 9 of Chicago Convention acts as international legal basis for the regulation of aircraft noise, while a Committee on Aviation Environmental Protection, that is CEAP, was set up in 1983 for the purpose of keeping Annex 16 under regular review, so that signatory states, the developed countries, enacted specific legislation to control noise pollution. And what is the Indian noise control measures? There are provisions in various legislations to abate and control noise pollution. First is available under the Constitution of India under Article 21 of the Constitution of India, enshrined protection of life and personal liberty, and it declares that no person shall be deprived of from his life or personal liberty except according to the procedure established by law. And Article 21, the right to wholesome environment, obviously includes the right to noise-free environment. The next article available under Indian Constitution is Article 39E, which is Directive Principles of State Policy, directs that the state that the health and strength of the workers, men and women, and the tender-aged children are not abused, and that citizens are not forced by economic necessity to enter avocations unsuited to their age or strength. And Article 48A of Indian Constitution imposes duty on every citizen of India to protect and improve natural environment, including forest, lakes, rivers, wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures. Under criminal law, the provision in section 269 to 294 of Indian Penal Code deal with the various forms of nuisance, but noises dealt with the Penal Code section 290 with punishment fine may extend to 200 rupees. Section 133 of Criminal Procedure Code empowers the executive magistrate to order the removal of nuisance, including the nuisance caused by noise pollution as well. In addition to these provisions, the Railways Act, Motor Vehicle Act, along with its rules, Factories Act, Aircraft Act, contains provisions dealing with control of noise pollution. Third is Environment Protection Act 1986, which was passed under Article 253 of Indian Constitution in the wake of Bhopal tragedy. And fourth is Law of Torts for the noise pollution. Ipso facto is not actionable under the Law of Torts, but it becomes actionable if it amounts to nuisance, for which an action or the tort of nuisance would be maintainable. Next is Noise Pollution Regulation and Control Rules 2000, and the central government in exercise of powers conferred on it under Environment Protection Act has made Noise Pollution Regulation and Control Rules 2000. And the sixth is Court on Noise Pollution. The judicial rule on noise pollution control is laudable. The decision of Madhya Pradesh High Court in Dhannalal versus Chittu Singh, AIR 1959 MP. In this case, perpetual injunction was granted restraining the defendant from running a flour mill close to the house of the plaintiff respondent. The allegation of plaintiff was the working of the flour mill caused great trouble to the occupants of the house of plaintiff, and the lower court had come to the conclusion that working of the flour mill of the defendant makes very loud noise. Thus, it amounted an actionable nuisance. The another case is Radheshyam versus Gurprasad. The Lucknow bench of the Allahabad High Court not only followed the Madhya Pradesh High Court ruling in Dhannalal case, but also said that the law against noise is well settled as enunciated by MP High Court in Dhannalal case. Legality of excessive noise. What is legality of excessive noise? The Punjab and Haryana High Court has ruled in Ramlal versus Mustafabad oil and cotton ginning factory that once a noise is considered to be nuisance of the requisite degree, it is no defense to contend that it was in consequence of a lawful business or arise from lawful amusements or from places of religious worship. Hence, the protection of freedom to carry the business or trade under Article 19(1)(g) is not available in such a situation. Okay, dear students, and the Calcutta High Court in Robin Mukherjee versus State of West Bengal has held that it is mandatory provision as made under Bengal Motor Vehicle Rule 1990, transport vehicle which includes private buses, contract carrier, minibuses, lorries, etc. cannot be fitted with any other form of horn excepting as bulb horn. In the case of State of Rajasthan versus G. Chawla, the respondents were prosecuted under Section 3 of Ajmer Sound Amplifier Control Act for committing the breach of conditions of audible sound beyond 30 yards by putting it at the height of more than 6 feet from the ground While allowing the appeal, the Supreme Court held prohibition was imposed on firework and the validity of such action was challenged in Bara Bazaar Firework Dealers Association versus Commissioner of Police. Declaring the action valid, the High Court held through loudspeaker, azan through loudspeaker was banned, and such action was challenged in Maulana Mufti Saeed Nurur Rahman Barkati versus State of West Bengal, but it was upheld by Calcutta High Court. Very important case, Church of God Full Gospel Colony in India versus KKR Majestic Welfare Association. The Supreme Court, approving the decision of High Court, held that the directions issued under the Madras City Police Act 1988, the Madras Town Nuisances Act, were valid, which were issued to control noise pollution. Along with it, the Supreme Court held that the directions issued under Environment Protection Act and Noise Pollution Regulation Control, read with Rule 5 of Environment Protection Rule 1986, were valid. So dear students, it was all about the noise pollution, the types of pollution, the fundamental rights of free from air pollution. Okay, so I hope you all were got my point. Keep watching video. Thank you for watching.